Peace, peace, y'all. This is Rise Above TV, back at it with another video. And I look a mess right now because I just went for a jog. So, excuse the early look. But this video is going to be called Why I Don't Fuck with Holidays, or Why I Don't Celebrate Holidays. Rolling the bleezy right now, too. But, so yeah, this year is officially the year where I'm not celebrating. Now, I've been the type to not celebrate holidays, you know what I'm saying? But I would still go to my family's house gatherings just to see the family, out of loneliness or just feeling left out, you know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't want to go. My in the previous years, like my mom would kind of guilt trip me, not really intentionally, but like just being kind of sad and down and telling me how she wished I could be there and stuff like that. You feel me? So I would just give in. I'd be like, man, I really want to see my family. But at this point, it's like I don't even care no more. You feel me? I wouldn't even say I don't care to see my family no more, but I don't care enough to compromise my morals anymore. You feel me? So it's not worth going out over there because what happens is, I'm happy to see them and all that, but their energy isn't always on point. You feel me? So it's like, and then the food they be eating, it's just like it's not only is the food terrible, you feel me, but it's not always cooked the best. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they'll get like food. I mean, last time they got like food poisoning or some shit, and it's just very toxic. You feel me? Maybe drinking, smoking, which is cool. I smoke, you feel me? But it's like, it's nothing healthy about it. Nothing. And it's not even like, that's the thing with me. It's like, you could at least, if you're going to celebrate, like, you can at least make it healthier. You feel me? You don't have to go with the norm or the normal way of celebrating. You don't have to go the traditional route, you feel me, that's been toxic for generations, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to. If you're going to celebrate, you can twist it, you can change it, you can adjust to whatever you believe and whatever you stand for, you know what I'm saying? But nobody stand for shit, you know what I'm saying? Within my family, they don't really standing for nothing, you feel me? So it's like, they don't really care. So it's like when it comes to like the history of these holidays and how they come about and what it's doing to us as a people and shit like that by us conforming to it, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? It's all about fun. It's all about enjoyment. It's all about temporary pleasure. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's back to your normal life where that shit pretty much just drains you because afterwards you're more likely going to get sick. You're most likely going to get sick. Stuffing all that food down your fucking throat, then you got leftovers you put in the fridge, and that shit is just sitting there, marinating and getting, you know what I'm saying, old and shit, absorbing the shit, the radiation or whatever from the microwave or the fridge. I don't know if the fridge got radiation, but I know it's not good to just have the food just sitting in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's just so many different factors to it, so many different things. Now, last time I went, it was just so much sweets, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of my worst cravings, you feel me? Like, that's one of my worst addictions is sugar, you feel me? So while they're over there, you know what I'm saying? Not only is it tempting by me just being around it, but sometimes they'll actually tempt me and be like, Don't you want some of this? Don't you want some of this? We know you love sweets and shit. So it's cool because it's a test, and I be passing. But then afterwards, it's like I end up taking some home because I feel like I'm missing. I missed out or something, and then I end up eating it at home when nobody's looking. So I'm just not finna keep doing that to myself. You feel me? Because it's just not my type of party. You know what I'm saying? And that's besides the history and all that other shit. You feel me? Because Thanksgiving was based off genocide. You feel me? Of our people, the indigenous beings on this land and shit like that. So it's like our people don't really have a connection to that. Even if they find out that it's true, there's no real connection to our ancestors. So it's like all we know is what the system has fed us. You feel me? And passed down to us like a like our ancestors would. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors have passed down traditions and stuff like this. You feel stuff like that. You feel me? But we're getting our traditions from Europeans, from the system. You feel what I'm saying? So technically, we're whitewashed, Europeanized. If you're celebrating these holidays, if you're conforming to the way that they go about life, you know what I'm saying? Then you're pretty much killing off your melanin. You feel me? Killing off your connection and becoming Europeanized, colonized in the mind and in spirit. You feel me? So that's like just because we're out here and history has taken place and we are where we are right now, that does not mean that I forgot what I was gonna say, but that does not mean we have to continue to live the same way as our ancestors do, or not even our ancestors. Like I'm talking about the ancestors that after colonization, like we don't have to continue these toxic traditions from our grandmothers and our great grandmothers and shit that was still colonized. You feel me? So that's what it is about me. It's about freedom and liberation. You feel me? So that's what I was gonna say. It's like even though you're still out here, you're dealing with the U.S. and all that comes with this shit. That does not mean that you still have to be colonized in the mind and in the spirit. You feel me? Now, to a certain extent, unless you leave, there's still going to be aspects of yourself that's brainwashed or colonized or whatever. But you can do your part in making sure that because once you decolonize mentally and spiritually and shit, it's like then you can have certain ideas of what to do to self-sustain yourself and your family in generations to come. You can look, then you start opening up your mind to be able to fathom the thought of I can go get some land. You feel me? I can live on my own. I could build my own shit. I could bring my family and my people, my tribe, and we could build our own shit. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be decolonized mentally and spiritually first to even feel comfortable doing that shit. You feel me? You have to get rid of certain belief systems and certain programs and shit in your mind to be able to grow and elevate and pass this matrix. You feel what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now because even though I'm still out here, my mind is very much free. You feel me? My spirit is very much free. You dig? So I have certain I have more of a say. I have more will to be like, no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not rocking with that because my spirit don't resonate with that shit no more. You feel me? And then I can start gravitating to what my spirit resonates with, which is freedom, liberation, ownership. You feel what I'm saying? Um, building a legacy. You feel what I'm saying? And just stuff that actually matters in life. You dig? Like, so back to the holidays and shit. It's like I just don't get why people won't. I just don't. I don't get why people, why our people, we just don't want we just don't create our own shit. You feel me? Because holidays, you can. That's how I see it. Like you can create your own holidays. Like I don't see why we can't create our own anything. You feel me? We can create our own anything, dog. So it's like even when it comes to the vegan meat or like the meat, the vegan food, when they trying to mimic meat and shit like that, it's like why don't we create something that's not has no type of connection to meat? You feel me? Why do we have to keep replicating and duplicating um, food that we're trying to get away from? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make sense. It just shows me there's a lack of creativity and innovation within our people when it comes to stuff like that. You feel me? Or holidays. You feel me? So it's like, why can't we create our own holidays? Like, why can't we come up with a day as a collective, whether that's your family, your tribe, or just as a society in general? Why can't we, like, Juneteenth, even though that shit is still like still bullshit, but that's the closest thing we can own. We can feel like we own, even though we don't. You dig? So it's like, why can't we just come together one day at the dinner table or in the living room at a meeting or something? You know, create a meeting within our family and just discuss like what kind of holiday should we come up with? Like what day should we create to all come together and celebrate as if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving or something. So then it's more sacred, you know what I'm saying? But I think the main thing with people is like inclusion. You know, I heard Nas say in the song, he said inclusion is a hell of a drug. And that shit is so true. He said that shit in that Kanye West song, um, with the dream. I forgot what that song was called. But yeah, inclusion is a hell of a drug. Like people want to feel included so fucking bad, bro. That's why we have so many gangs. That's why we have so many fucking so many sellouts. You feel me? That's why we have you know, that's just why we have so many sellouts, so many gangs, so many people just coming together thinking the same thing and not thinking for themselves. Cults, you feel what I'm saying? That's why we have all these shits, is because people naturally, instinctively want to feel a part of something, and that's normal, you feel me? Like community is important, but it's like people are desperate for that shit, you feel what I'm saying? And they don't really know themselves, so they include themselves in groups and fraternities and shit like that that they really don't have no connection to, and end up getting taken advantage of and all this other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like people really have a bad habit, a bad. It's just a. It's a. Yeah, like people really want to be included so bad. So if you're not celebrating, not only are you going to feel excluded from your family, but you're gonna feel excluded from society as a whole. And people are scared of that shit. You feel me? People are scared of feeling ostracized or isolated or and not a part of what's going on in the world. You feel me? So it's like people love it. People love the holidays. They really have a sentimental connection to it. So that's why people are stuck with it. And I'm just pretty much explaining why I don't, you know, like it's it's a waste of money. You feel me? When we could be saving our money into changing our lives. Like, imagine if you didn't celebrate the holidays for the next 5 years, how much money you would save. That's if you did save, because people may not save money, so that's why it's easier for them to blow that shit in the holidays. But imagine if you did save it for 5 years. You feel what I'm saying? That's a lot of money. You dig that you spending on other people and all this other shit that you could be saving with your family to create a better life for yourself. But you know, you want to live in poverty. You want to stay in below the poverty line and still celebrate as if you really got it like that. It's a mind fuck, bro. Like, and then all of these ads, all of these, you know, all that they put into advertising and marketing and shit like that, that fucks with our mental too. That fucks with our psyche as well. So it's like it's always. I'm noticing it's constantly a constant feeling of missing out. I really feel like that because it's just all of the ads and shit. That kind of I feel like that kind of makes people feel like they're missing out because it's like, ooh, come get this. Like, yeah, we have this for sale and this and that and this and that and parties and all type of shit. You go on Instagram, everybody's fucking celebrating. You go on Facebook, everybody's celebrating. Bro, that shit could really fuck with people unless you got like a strong mind and like I said, you decolonized your mind and shit and you really see through this illusion in the matrix. It's not really gonna fuck with you like that. It's gonna be like you're just gonna be like, let me just stay off of here because I don't want to see this shit and I don't want to be a part of none of this shit. You feel me? So yeah, man, people just gotta get comfortable like detaching from the system because when this shit falls apart, then what? Nigga, like you ain't got nothing to fall, you ain't got nothing to stand on, bro. You ain't got nothing to stand on because everything you stood on was what the fucking system gave you, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. So yeah, me personally, I'm not here to try to like scare people into like or tell people what to do and what not to do, but I'd advise people not to celebrate. Our people specifically not to celebrate. You feel me? It is it's degrading. It's degrading to our ancestors and just our people in general. Like from people from the outside looking in, probably looking at us like we dumb as hell. Like what the fuck? You feel me? Like we are just lost, you know. And the more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about your culture, this toxic culture, and just our ancestors, like what our ancestors um, culture was based around and shit like that, then you can see through a lot of this shit, and you can still have that connection because once you really open up your mind and you see through it and you accept it for what it is, then it's kind of hard for you to go back unless you willingly make yourself go back. Where it's like, you know what, I'm here to just enjoy life. I don't really care about all this stuff. I know the truth, but I don't really care. I just want to enjoy life and shit. There's people like that, so it's to each his own. But I would advise people save your money. You know what I'm saying? Um, buy your family, show love genuinely because it is different. It is different that way, bro. You going, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wait all year to. You damn near gotta wait all year to pretty much spend time with your family. You feel me? Because the last holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, like and Halloween and stuff, those are main holidays that people come together. You feel me? Massively and celebrate. You feel me? 4th of July and all that other stuff. People they come together, but it's not like these other holidays and shit. You feel me? The main holidays. So you pretty much gotta wait all year just to really spend quality time with your family. And then you gotta wait all year just to receive gifts. And then it's like an expectation because if they don't give you gifts and shit and they don't celebrate or it's your birthday and they don't say it, then it's like, oh, you're the bad guy or you know what I'm saying? Like you're not always a bad guy, but it's like people are expecting you to do these things on these days. You feel me? And might take it personal if you don't show up, if you don't gift anybody anything, all this other shit. You feel me? So you have to wait all year for this shit. When in reality, you can do that at any point when you feel like the person deserves it, or feel like you have the you're generous. You feel generous enough to do so. You feel what I'm saying? Um, on any day. You feel me? Just like Valentine's Day. You feel me? Like if you're in a relationship, why do you have to wait till Valentine's Day to really show your love? Like you should be able to show that all day, every day. You feel me? With or without a gift. You feel me? But then it's like it's like on Valentine's Day and shit. You giving your partner chocolates and all this other shit, but the chocolates is poison. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't no good for you. You feel me? Now just imagine like if it was Valentine's Day and you gave your partner something that was gonna heal them, something that was gonna bring their heart back to life. You know what I'm saying? Something that was gonna heal their heart. You feel me? Something that was gonna, make them feel whole, make them feel good. You feel me? Something that's gonna help them grow like a plant. Imagine how, like, if people's mindset was like that. Imagine how much more beautiful that would be. It would be way more real. You know what I'm saying? Other than artificial. You feel me? And it'd be artificial love. You know what I'm saying? Artificial food. It's crazy, man. So yeah, that's what I want to say. That's why I don't fuck with holidays. You feel me? I like to use the holidays to stay to myself, stay isolated around, away from people and everybody who's stuck in this motherfucking matrix and is in love with the system. You feel me? So yeah. And then people, you know what I'm saying? People might look at me like, I remember I had an ex and shit. She thought I was boring and shit. She like, you know what I'm saying? And then as a man, it's like your girl, they be loving fucking Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying, Christmas and Halloween and all this other shit. And they be like trying to bring that to me, like if I'm in a relationship and shit. I be like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, I'm killing their spirit and shit. You feel me? But then I gotta conform, even if it's a little bit, because I'm in a relationship. Fuck that shit, nigga. That's why I'm single, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do what the fuck I wanna do. You dig? You cannot let people make you feel guilty for standing on your principles at all, especially when it's righteous. Like, it's crazy, man. And then it's like, bro, like, people be trying to really live like we're not at war right now. You feel me? Like, motherfuckers ain't really killing us. Like, all this other shit ain't really happening. It's like we literally are pacifying ourselves. Like, that's all we fucking do is pacify ourselves, trying to make ourselves feel better about what the fuck is going on in the world and life. So we do all this extra shit instead of actually facing what the fuck is going on head on and coming up with solutions to get the fuck up out of this shit. It's crazy, man. People would rather sit here and die. People would rather sit here and die, my nigga. It's like, oh, well, if I die, I'm going to die here. Like, if I die, I'm going to die celebrating. I'm going to die dancing. I'm going to die. Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. I'm not. I'm not. And if I got to leave my family, that's exactly what the fuck I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? If I got to get away, that's what I'm going to do. You feel me? I can't save everybody. You feel me? You gotta save your fucking self and then create a solid foundation for you to be able to help people. Not save people, but to help people. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got nothing for yourself and you ain't even saved yourself yet, what the fuck? I look like trying to convince and save people to tell them to do otherwise. My nigga, I'm getting the fuck out of here my damn self, nigga. Y'all have fun. Like, straight up, bro. Y'all have fun, man. Because fun for me is not fun for y'all, and what's fun for y'all ain't fun for me, my nigga. You feel me? So I can move outside the country. I could go somewhere and have a fucking time of my life, my nigga. Without all of this Americanized shit. So that's how I feel. That's what I stand on. And yeah, subscribe, like the video if you want to, comment, let me know how y'all feel about holidays and if you celebrating this and that. You did. And oof. Shit. Y'all take it easy. Peace.